Trello might have tamed your tasks, but ClickUp is going to orchestrate your entire workflow. Join us as we unlock features like goals, docs, and time tracking that'll take your productivity from meh to absolutely magnificent. ClickUp is filled with functionality and is absolutely free. So in this tutorial, we're going to break down some of the key features that are going to save you a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money as you not only orchestrate your life, but also bring your team together. So let's get started. And if you haven't done so already, remember to click on that subscribe button for more content just like this. So let's talk about the ClickUp hierarchy. This is a waterfall approach starting with the workspace. And this is the highest level of the hierarchy. And it filters down from workspace into spaces. Now, this is where you would collaborate with your team, your department, and also organize different types of work. From there, we have the lists, and in lists, we have folders, and below these lists, you will have individual tasks and subtasks beneath it. Let's show you practically what this means. So as soon as you've signed up with your free account, it's going to show you this page over here, and everything as you see it is organized into lists right away. On the left-hand side, you'll notice you have your sidebar with all the necessary details, and again, a waterfall approach to show you how everything is organized. Next up, let's look at creating your very first dashboard. So what you're going to do is on your sidebar, you're going to click on dashboard, and this is where you're going to have a visual representation of all of your stats and data for your project. So we're going to go over to the right and click on new dashboard. And over here, it gives us an option to use different templates, or we can create our own custom dashboard. So I'm going to go ahead and try this template over here. We're going to install it. And just like that, we have a simple dashboard that is going to give us access to real-time data regarding our workflow. So as we go along, this is going to give us real-time information about where we currently stand. There'll be graphs and all kinds of statuses that we will see as we progress, which is pretty awesome. We can then add specific cards that we want to this project. So we can look at if we want a sprint approach, if we want tasks list. There is so much to choose from over here. We can also create a space by clicking on the sidebar over here and naming this new space weekly. We're going to call it weekly actions. It's going to ask us if it wants us, if this is a private or if this is a shared team view. And this is cool, right? The statuses right from the get-go, we get to choose. Do we want custom statuses? Do we want something more in-depth for content creation? Do we want something like a simple Kanban approach or marketing? Then we can link a whole lot of apps that we want. So these click apps are additional features that we want to activate for our space. So we can have time estimates, time tracking, all sorts of things. And I mean, most apps will charge you for features like this, but ClickUp has them for absolutely free. And there you go. That is your very first space that you've created. Now let's look at lists and the tasks beneath them. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on a list, and we're going to create a new list over here. We're going to give it a name. And then as you'll see over here, we have different views. Now this is the amazing thing about ClickUp, is that you can customize your view for every single list, every single project. So you'll see you have list approach, you can have boards, you can have a calendar, you can have a timeline, and you can even have a table. So for each one of your lists, each one of your projects, you can have a specific view that works for that project. This was my pet peeve with some of the other project management tools out there. You have one viewpoint that you have to rely on, and it's not really shiftable. Whereas in ClickUp, it's perfectly customizable, and it'll remain that way every time you open it. So if you like the board approach, you can use it. If you like the list approach, you can use it here as well, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and create a couple of tasks that need to be done within this list. And within each of these tasks, if I click on it, just like all the other project management tools, you'll have a whole lot of functions that you can add to it. You can go ahead and write exactly what it's about. What I like about ClickUp is that it has a ton of document formatting that is really helpful. You can have bullet points and lists, and you can add due dates and subtasks. I mean, look at that. That is a huge list that we can choose from. So we can really create something pretty awesome over here. So we're going to add some subtasks to this list. We can flag a priority level, which is great. And then we can add a timer in. And I absolutely love this, where you can track how long it's taking you while you're working on a project. So you you can actually track your time usage in here, but you can also put an estimated time that you think it's going to take you and then measure according to that, which is pretty awesome, right? Now, the other thing that you can do is you can customize it with different colored backgrounds and all sorts of things. And then you can add people, you can invite them to the task. The other feature that we have here is a watch feature. So let's say you are managing someone and you want to know the updates. You can add yourself as a watcher to this task, and that's going to help you to keep track of what's happening in this project. And you'll also get messages in your inbox, which we'll show you a little bit later. In each of these tasks that we can have multiple fields that we can add to it. So we can go ahead and add new fields to each of these. So I'm going to add a new column. And now let's say I want to actually track the monetary value of what we're doing as a team or a project. I can go ahead and give it a name. And I can put the field type being money. I can change the currency as well. And now you can actually put down the kind of value that you want for each project. So in terms of priority, you can see and track how much is this project actually generating for you, which is another way of really prioritizing your life around certain tasks. Then let's look at templates. Now, ClickUp has a whole lot of templates that you can actually leverage in a whole lot of different fields. So first thing we need to do is we just need to come over here to add task. We can add templates, and in the template library, you'll see that regardless of what industry you're in or what it is you're trying to do, ClickUp probably has a template that you can use. Let's go and choose one with regard to a pipeline. So let's say we're trying to build a sales pipeline. How would that look? And look at this. All we need to do is click on that pipeline, use the template, and it's immediately installed into our calendar, into our sidebar. And it's comprehensive enough to see, look, if we click on this, you'll see that there's so many different aspects to this pipeline. We've got new leads, we've got different forms that I didn't even know that I'd need, but would be incredibly helpful. So look here, we've got proposals, we've got demos. Every step of your funnel has been catered to. Now, all you need to do is go ahead and customize it to your liking. We've also got calendar features that it integrates into right away. So this is really cool, right? This is going to help you really stay on track of your sales funnel, manage your leads properly, and all from a perfectly free dashboard that does the CRM work for you. So that is just one of the many templates that you can use. Now, let's talk about native documents. This is pretty cool, right? Before, you'd need to have a whole lot of places where you'd have to keep your different documents, maybe integrate them into your project management tool. With ClickUp, everything is integrated. So there's native documents that you work on here. And any updates that you make will be updated across the board for all teammates. So you don't need to worry about looking for it or different versions of your documents. All you need to do is right in here, access the document, make the necessary changes, or just put it up, and then it's there for everyone to see. And the cool thing about it is it's labeled as documents. So if you're ever looking for a document, you know exactly where to find it as well. Then let's look at the whiteboard feature. Now, if you are a visual person, you're going to absolutely love this, right? If you look on the sidebar, you click on whiteboard. All you need to do is create a new whiteboard project. It brings you to the whiteboard interface, and you can see here, you can integrate things like Google Sheets and Google Docs and Figma, or your website links. Or you can use a template where you can use some kind of workflow that you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and try this flowchart, and look at that over there. All I need to do now is customize it so I can move it around. I can change the pieces, I can change the workflow. You can link it through to each one of your tasks that need to be completed. So if you're a highly visual person, this is going to be really helpful to help you visualize exactly what's happening with each one of your projects. Then we have the pulse feature. So let's say you're managing a team and you want to know exactly what's happening in your team. This will show you exactly who has been online at what time and how much work have they actually been doing. So another great way of just measuring how productive people are and staying on top of things. You can also change the permissions so that only certain people are able to see this. Then we have goals and targets. Let's say you have specific goals that you want to keep track of. The cool thing about this is you can set those goals in terms of any kind of value you want. So do you want a monetary value? Give it a name, assign someone to it, put some dates attached to it. give it a description, and there you go. A goal has been put in place, and in that goal you can put an initial target or multiple targets. So let's say I want to add a specific target along the way to that journey. All I need to do now is give it some kind of value, and that can be a number, it can be a true or false, yes it's been achieved or it hasn't, and it can be 0 to whatever, which is brilliant to track how much progress we're actually making. So look at that. Not only do I have a goal, I also have a target that I can keep track of, and all I need to do is just pin it, and I will see it over here along with the progress that we're making. Absolutely brilliant, right? Then we have the magic inbox, and I call it the magic inbox because let's face it, we are all inundated with tons and tons of notifications, whether it's our phone or email or whatever it is. The inbox is a place where all tasks assigned to you will go in centrally so that you can see exactly what's going on. As you can see, if we click on our inbox, we see that a project was due yesterday. So this inbox is really going to help you to see what is outstanding for you, what do you need to get done. It's all in one central place. So every task that you have been added to, everything that you have been tagged in, it'll show up in your inbox. And the cool thing about it is once we're done there, all we need to do is clear and it won't show up again. So a really great way of centralizing all communication specific to you and different teammates as well. Then with regard to notifications, you want to simplify your life. So what we're going to do is encourage you to go over to settings in the top right here, go to notification settings, and this is where it shows you everything that you can click on and receive from. Now, the options are your email, your mobile device, your inbox, or your browser. You can decide what you want. What we'd encourage you to do is really deselect all of them except for the inbox. So what you're going to do here is you'll click on the double click sign and it'll deselect all of them. And that way you'll be ensured that you won't be inundated with unnecessary messages as you progress through your day. Then, one of my favorite parts of ClickUp, we have the AI features. I'm going to show you a quick video with regard to their updated AI features.
Are you kidding me? There's no way. Actually, maybe we can. Let me see what we can do. Wow, this is actually pretty good. Time to loop in the team. All right, team, we can do this. Everybody aligned on what needs to happen?
Way ahead of you, my friend. Let's select engineering, write technical specifications doc, fill this out, and generate. Whoa. Got it.
My turn. I'll select design, brainstorm user journeys, fill in the details, generate, and we're good to go.
Absolutely incredible. So definitely worth its value alone. If you can just think about how much time this is going to save you across the board, right? Then we have even more features. Yes, even more features. If you click on the quick action items, you'll see that there's the app center that integrates with various apps. We also have the template center, another place where you can access the templates. Then we have the Click apps. These are native to ClickUp, and it'll integrate everything from Loom recordings to custom fields and everything in between. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Then we can add our own automations. As before, we've spoken about different automation processes. You just need to teach ClickUp what kind of triggers you want to put in place and what actions will follow. Absolutely brilliant. The smartphone app as well is really cool. It's simple to use. It has a beautiful interface as well, and really functional just to staying on the go with your work as well. And finally, let's talk about pricing. So for $10 a month, you're going to get access to everything plus the AI compatibility, which is brilliant, right? For $20, you're going to have even more. But my goodness, for $10 a month, having access to all of those AI features and everything else, I tell you, this is going to save you a ton of time, and it's going to help you become so much more productive, especially when you aren't sure the ways to progress. Having the AI help you, along with all these other features, is going to be incredibly helpful. So that's it for ClickUp. We hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. All the links you'll need will be in the description below. And as always, remember to like and subscribe for more content just like this.